Hey everybody, welcome back. So the power is currently off to the house, so I figured, what better time than now to get the generator ready to hook up to the house for when the power's out. Let's get started. Okay, first thing I want to do is not have to rely on a dolly to move it. So, got a wheel kit. Nice. Comes with a handle. Probably not long enough. Wheels. 2 of them. A strange little string deal. Hardware. Ah! Look, it even comes with little rubber feet and stuff. I don't know. How many nuts are there supposed to be? Where's your sister?
Outside.
I don't really want to stand it up on its end because there's gas in it. Does it leak? It actually does not. Neat. Cool beans. Noise. Instructions. Oh, no wonder it wanted me to take that off. Just finger tight. Harbor Freight just really thinking about me when they package this. Let's see that like that. You just go through the hole. Oh, ooh! I bet this is for not to lose that. How does it want me with this? I assume this is to tie this to this, so this doesn't get lost from this.
Yes.
You can't do that. You have to do that again. Do that again. Guys, I figured it out all on my own. Didn't need any help from a grown-up at all. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is make a way for the generator to hook up to the house. So I've got this old, I guess, camper cord to hook a generator up to a camper, and we're going to put another male end on this so I can plug it in with my welder, or where my welder is. And this is the plug where my welder is. So I went to Home Depot and got this, I guess, universal male dealy whopper thing. Right, so the way these things work is this gives you the assortment of the prongs, because there's one like this that's got the angle on it. I don't know. What I need takes all 3 of the straight ones. So drop them in, and we got to run the wire to the respective plugs, respective prongs. I need to strip this because I need the green one to be longer to go there. Right. Don't want a lot of slack in here, so line the deal up. Line the furthest one up with where you want it to be, and then you'll know by putting these over here about where to trim them. Goodness. Thick. Alright, cool. Who keeps peeling out?
I don't know.
You don't even have to have it in here when you put the deals on. Now that we've got them measured, we can install these little guys outside of the box. Makes it a lot easier. A little bit more room to work. This little guy here just loosen it up, and then that gap right here is where you stick the wire in and then tighten the deal down. They're all on. We just gotta line them up with their respective holes. Slide it in. Now, when we go to close this one came with this little green deal here. That's the strain relief. It's got two like indents in it. We're gonna use the wider one because this one has such a big diameter. And that way, when we tighten it down with the screws that came with it, it squeezes on that wire. Or it squeezes on the jacket of the wire, rather. So the strain's put on the jacket when it gets tugged on. Strain's put on the jacket instead of on the wire, so we don't end up where these two parts attach. We don't end up with it working back and forth, work hardening that copper and then breaking it. Don't worry about crushing the cable. I mean, look at this end. That's super smashed. But the point behind this is your power goes out. The main breaker between your power meter and your house, you turn that off. Then you hook this end into your generator, plug this end into like a dryer outlet. If you have a welder, any sort of 240 outlet, put the end that's appropriate for your 240 outlet, plug it into that. When you start your generator, it sends that 240 volts back through into the house and it powers it. As long as you're disconnected at the main breaker, you're not going to send power back into the grid, and then you have power. Depending on the size of your generator, you could run your whole house. My generator probably won't run climate control, but it'll definitely keep the fridge, freezer, lights, and fans going. Charge our devices, that sort of thing. Hell, we can even watch TV. Now I just gotta go fix the generator. Alright, so the next thing I need to do is I need to put another breaker in here. You can see it used to have two, but the way it's currently wired up, it does not, I don't get 240 volts out of here. I only get 120. The reason for that is because I needed to have a bigger breaker because the 13 amp kept resetting when I was running my camper on it at the beach. So I put 26 amp in there because I should be able to do 120 volts at 26 amps pretty easily, considering it's a 3200 watt generator. But now I want to be able to run 240 volts on it. So I've got to add a second breaker back in here so I can have those two 180 degree out of phase 120 volt lines coming out of this. So gotta get the front off, get that breaker put in, and then get the wiring back to the way it was when this thing was new. Now, my dover nest. Why are there so many dead bees? So in here you can see I've got each of these posts for that breaker doubled up. What I need to do is, so I'm running both phases of 120 volts through that same breaker. So what I need to do is just disconnect one from each of these and install my second breaker right here, and then I'll have my two phases separated again, so my 240 volt outlet will actually give me 240 volts. See, this little nut holds it on. I gotta find another nut and bolt or nut and screw setup that tiny. Okay, I couldn't find any this teensy weensy, but I did find this, which is close, but it's bigger. So all I did was drill the holes out a little bit bigger. Yeah, it'll work. The reason I'm not just putting the spade connectors that I could use to just slip onto that is because I don't have any of these 90s. All I have is the ones that go straight on, and when this is inside here, there's not a lot of room in the back of this. So the 90-degree one is the one I need, and I don't have any. I'm not going to the store. These are going to be a little long, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one on pointing that way and put the other one on pointing this way. Here. Are you going to come off? I just had it off like 5 years ago. Did I use glue? Why are you? Am I stupid? Sucker. So actually what I did was see the red and black up top, they're both going to the same post. When they need to go to this one, and I bet the one that has nothing on it. Yeah, I should start it, check that with my meter before I'm 100% sure. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So yeah, 120, or 110, 110, 240 across the two of them. So, let me undo one, move it to the other, do a little switcheroo, put it back together, and then I'll test the outlet on the front, and then I'll be done. Alright, my little generator's ready to hook up to the house. That way if this winter we lose power for any length of time, we can at least run space heaters and the fridge and have lights and fans and that sort of thing, so it'll be reasonably comfortable. Maybe even the water heater, so power's out, we still take hot showers. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one.